correct. And then tell me who you're representing here today, whether you're the applicant, property owner, or someone else connected to the project, neighboring property owner, or something like that. So start with D. Vonderbrink.
Hi, yeah, David Vonderbrink. I am a neighbor of Frank's and helping him with the design on the deck.
Okay, great. Welcome.
Thank you.
The Frank Ricciardi, is that right?
Ricciardi.
Chardy?
I'm the homeowner.
Okay. Great. Welcome. I have Dave Clockey.
Doug Clokey.
Or sorry, Doug.
That's all right. And I'm a neighbor of Frank in supporting him today.
Okay, great. And then we also have Evan Eagle here.
Yeah. Hey, David. Sorry, camera not working at this location. Yeah, Evan Eagle as the applicant for Frank, architect.
Okay. No, sorry, Evan, I missed the first part of what you said.
Oh, sorry, camera not working. I apologize.
Okay. All right. I think we're also going to have the zoning plans examiner that prepared a staff report in preparation for this hearing joining us momentarily, but I'm going to go ahead, unless you all are expecting anyone else to join us here before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and read through our hearing script. This will just cover the procedure for the hearing and then we'll be able to begin. So this is the September 24th, 2025 session of the zoning hearing examiner docket. Again, my name is David Sturkey. I'm the zoning hearing examiner for the city, and I'll be presiding over this hearing today. I'm going to go ahead. I'm sorry. The case before us today is case number ZH20250092. That's 1255 Meriweather Avenue. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any other parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any other party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. For our purposes here today, I'll allow the owner and the architect on this during that time to tell me about the project. What exactly it is that they're proposing to do, the zoning relief that's required in order to complete the project, and of course, why they believe that zoning relief is appropriate in this situation. One of you can speak, both of you can speak. It's really up to you how you want to orient that presentation. I'll then move, and I think Mr. Vonderbrink, I don't know to what extent you help with the design of this project. I mean, if you are part of the applicant team, in that you had some meaningful input in the design, I can let you speak during that time as well. But if you'd rather speak as just a member of the public and as a neighbor, I think that would be appropriate too. Either way, after the applicant has had an opportunity to speak, I'll give the public an opportunity to provide any testimony they would like. When our zoning plans examiner does join us, I'm going to allow her to provide any testimony in addition to her staff report. In the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to this application, the applicant will have an opportunity to respond to that testimony offered in opposition. And then finally, the applicant will have an opportunity to make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Decisions may be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or to make any comments. In the event of any technical difficulties, I'll do my best to troubleshoot those issues as we go. But to the extent there's some defect that prevents us from meaningfully going forward with this hearing, I may continue or postpone the hearing at my discretion. Okay. The last thing I need to do is just swear in all of our witnesses. So if you intend on providing any testimony here today, making any comments, asking any questions, the zoning code requires that I swear you in prior to that testimony. So I'm going to collectively do that with all of our speakers here today. So if that's you, if you could please take yourself off of mute. I'll need everyone to raise their right hand and to answer out loud. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you shall provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
I do.
All right, great. And welcome, Kate, from the City Planning
Thank you.
Department. All right, who's going to be taking the lead here for us on the presentation?
I can get started. As the zoning submittal staff report shows, we're Mr. Cardi is requesting to build a deck, a new covered deck in his basically his rear yard, but it's technically a side yard per zoning. And given the constraints that we had, we're asking for the variances being requested. David, as designer, and part of the applicant team, do you have anything to add, and or Frank, feel free. I think that's the gist of it from me.
Yeah, so as Evan noted there, that it's really because it's a corner lot, it's kind of a hardship, I guess, because should be considered a hardship because it is really the rear yard of the house, or excuse me, the side yard of the house, but it by zoning code is considered the rear yard. So the setbacks are a little bit more stringent. So that's the request for the variance to those dimensions, given the fact that it is a corner lot.
Okay, could you tell me a little bit more about the deck itself, and the proposed addition? The
Yeah.
proposed deck addition.
Yep. So it is attached. It is covered. I believe we were about 20 by 20, if I remember right. I don't have the drawings in front of me, Kate. I don't know if you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the rear yard setback is currently for this zone 35 feet. But the house actually it doesn't even provide that dimension to the property line. So the deck would be in that setback requirement, which is the request for the variance. But so yeah, it's no taller than the house. It's roughly 20 by 20, and we're requesting that variance to encroach into that rear yard setback because of the corner lot condition.
Gotcha. Okay. And so, well, the roof structure, this is all going to be open air, right? This is
Yes.
not enclosed. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. And I'm sorry, you might have mentioned at the end there, how much will the deck extend into the side yard setback and the rear yard setback?
20 feet. So again, the house, I believe, is 25 feet off of the rear of the property line currently.
Correct. Yes.
But the zoning requires a 35-foot setback for any structures. So the house technically is already within that dimension. And then the deck would extend another 20 feet into that.
Gotcha. Will it extend on the side? Let's see, I don't know if that's the south side there. Or the side yard setback extension, will that be further than the existing side yard setback of the home?
Not for the structure of the deck, just the steps.
Okay. All right. And are you anticipating any adverse impacts to neighboring properties, impacts on light, air, anything like that?
No, not at all.
Okay. All right. I don't think I have any other questions. Anything else from the applicants or owner at this time? No. Okay. Let's move over to Doug. Doug, if you wanted to add anything.
I'll just say that Frank has shared with me the renderings for the deck, and I think it looks really nice. As David had mentioned, it's a funky lot, so this seems like a really good solution to allow some outdoor space, and looks like it'll fit in nicely with his existing house and the houses around it. So yeah, I feel good about it.
Okay, great. I appreciate you coming to the hearing and providing that perspective. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Meehan. Ms. Meehan, did you want to add anything to the discussion here?
Thank you, David. So as we've already heard from Evan and from David, this is a kind of an unusual situation because it is a corner lot. So when you're looking at the house, technically this is the side yard, but per zoning, this would be considered the rear yard because the shorter side of the house faces a different direction. So basically the side yards, one is the front and the other is the rear. So this is the rear yard. So they need the relief because this does not meet the required 35-foot setback in SF6. I mean, there's no way they would be able to meet that based on the configuration of the lot. So this seems like a perfect case for a variance just because of the unusual circumstances of the lot. so they need relief for the 5 feet as mentioned, and then 2 feet on the side, and what would technically be their rear yard. They need 2 feet, but it's really a side yard per zoning. I will note that I did get an email from the Mount Lookout Community Council saying that they were in opposition to this, but then it said in the email they would follow up later with additional information, and I never heard anything further. To be honest, I'm not sure why the community council would be opposed to this. But I would also state that we got 11 letters of support from neighboring property owners. So to me, that would seem to be the bigger and more important, um, you know, I guess, audience. Is that the neighboring property owners are the ones that will see this every day and the ones that would be most impacted. So again, I had 11 letters of support. So and staff does also recommend for this. We feel like the deck, um, it's if many people in the neighborhood have a covered deck, a covered porch. So it is a property right that is enjoyed by many others in the neighborhood. And it would seem wrong to deprive the owner of the same benefit just based on the unusual lot configuration. So staff does recommend for approval of this.
Okay, thanks, Kate. I appreciate that. Yeah, I did notice the letter of opposition from the Mount Lookout Community Council. I don't know if the owners and applicants have had a chance to review that. It looks like they said there are many examples whereby decks such as this have not been allowed in the rear setback. It is excessive. By recommending this setback to us, you are effectively saying there's no reason to have rear yard setbacks. And it says they will follow up. So just want to read that into the record to give the applicants or the owner a chance to respond to those concerns.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can quickly here, and it would be my assumption, right, just based off of that they might not have been as knowledgeable about the condition of the house and the setback and the yard, positioning and locations of it. So I think at first glance, it might appear that we're trying to build a monstrosity right next to someone's house and, far away from ours, close to their property, when in actuality it's, attached to our house. And this is the only spot where we could build something like this in such a weird, funky corner lot.
Gotcha. I mean, it looks like that, what is it, 1251 would be the most impacted potentially by this deck addition. Or were they have you spoke with them, and were they one of the neighbors that submitted a letter of support?
I did speak with them. They were fine with it, but did not get a letter from them. I have the house down Meriweather from them, where they would be able to probably see the deck more so. Jim, how he was fine with it and signed a letter in agreement. And I have Pine Ridge immediately, facing my house to the right, who also signed a letter, along with a couple of houses down Pine Ridge that would possibly see it from their backyard as well.
Okay. All right. I'll give the applicant's owners an opportunity to respond to anything else that's been said during the hearing or make any closing arguments.
I believe we've said all I need to, unless David or Frank, you have any additional items.
I could run through a quick kind of closing, statement, if that's okay. Unless
Sure.
David, you have something before that.
No, I'm good. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, just wanted to thank you, team, everyone involved in here for the time and effort going through this. I'm a longtime resident of Mount Lookout, not both, but born here, currently living within, and raising a family here. So I'm requesting the approval of this variance for the covered deck at my home. So as we've seen, it's a unique situation and unique yard. And that fact limits the opportunities my family would have to enjoy the same amenities that other households are more easily allowed to have, not to mention the several other corner lots kind of in the area who already have a similar build. My goal with this project is to create a space that enhances how my family can use and enjoy our property, while also maintaining that character of the neighborhood, as Doug, also mentioned. Working with these two local architects, David and Evan, who have done an awesome job helping me understand this process, but who have also understood this request, the location of the house and the setbacks, and have made, plans appropriately, right, to capture the community and the feel of the neighborhood. I can also, as we've seen, there's 11 cases or 11 signed letters to attest to that from various various neighbors that are in immediate proximity and who are a little bit farther away, that will attest to the, addition of this or allowing me to do this. So besides my wife and myself, we have 3 young kids who will directly benefit from this, outdoor space. As you've seen, we have a ranch home, and at times it can be cramped. So this would provide us a good opportunity to spread out a little bit and get some fresh air and get some space from each other. So again, I really appreciate the effort put in to this, Kate. I really appreciate your help guiding us along the way, along with the internal team, David and Evan as well. So thank you for your consideration and giving me this chance, this opportunity to request this. Obviously, I request that you approve this and we can move on towards construction from here. So thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. I think we can leave it at that then. I've had a chance to review the application materials and the staff report. And I agree that this lot presents a unique hardship. And that it would be, well, and I'll also say that I think that potential adverse impacts here, whether visual or otherwise, are limited, if at all. And I think it would be impractical to strictly enforce the zoning code to this application. And so based on all of that, I am going to approve the application. I need to formalize that approval in a written decision. I mentioned at the beginning that typically takes about 2 weeks. I'll do everything I can to get that to you as quickly as possible. As soon as I finish that, I'll put it into a PDF and I'll email it to everybody in the hearing here today. So you all have a copy of that really just moments after it's complete. When Kate sees that email, she can approve the zoning permitting on her end, and you all can take the next steps. Any questions about that or anything else? Okay.
No.
Hearing none. Okay, great.
Thank you.
Sure. Well, good luck with the project. Hope you all have a great day, and we are adjourned.